Well, funding hits and fears over ICE crackdowns are just two issues that domestic violence agencies are actually concerned about right now. And that's in addition to the rise in domestic violence calls over the past few years. Those at A Safe Place, Northern Illinois' only domestic violence and human trafficking agency, know this firsthand. Last year, A Safe Place provided more than 13,000 nights of emergency shelter, more than 23,000 nights of transitional housing, and almost 27,000 nights of permanent supportive housing to adults and children who needed it. And joining me now is Pat Davenport, Executive Director of A Safe Place. And Pat, I know A Safe Place serves people all over Northern Illinois, including Cook County, but as I mentioned, it is Northern Illinois' only domestic violence and human trafficking agency. Why is this significant?
So we are the only one in the area that is dedicated to doing domestic violence and human trafficking. It is important because we know that 1 out of every 3 women and 1 out of every 7 men have been impacted by domestic violence. So if you look at Chicagoland, we have over 10 million people. That's about 3 million women. Those are our neighbors who need services in domestic violence.
What are some of the, the really, do you think, important services? They're all important, but that, that A Safe Place provides, because it's it's comprehensive.
Correct. It is important to not just provide one service, because when people come to us, they are in great need. So definitely, of course, when you're fleeing your home because your life is in danger, emergency housing is definitely critical for the victim and their children.
So it's counseling.
It will be counseling, it will be legal advocacy, family visitation center, transitional housing, permanent Section 8, you name it. We offered all the way from the moment that the crisis happened to stabilizing it to the healing journey.
Now, I know, as I also mentioned, that we've seen ICE agents all over the area, including Northern Illinois, in Waukegan, for instance. Is this activity impacting domestic violence survivors or trafficking survivors who may need help?
Absolutely, and it impacts everyone. It is not just individuals that may be targeted by ICE, but everyone that is a victim.
In what way?
So they are afraid that they're going to be stopped and detained unjustly when they are trying to come for services. So we are trying to accommodate those needs by providing more services virtually.
I know the Trump administration has slashed funding to many services, programs, issues. Has it impacted A Safe Place? And if so, how?
Absolutely. So far, and we expect more to come, we lost $2 million. It impacted about 14 staff and impacted about 5 different programs that now were very limited, such as the crisis line call, such as emergency shelter, transitional housing, all those things that victims so desperately need when they're coming in.
Well, so speaking of fundraising, to the need for it right now, perhaps more than ever, I know that you have your big Unmask the Violence fundraising gala on Saturday, of which I am honored to MC. I know that Gabby Petito's mom is going to be one of the keynote speakers there. I would imagine, with everything we've discussed, that fundraising for A Safe Place is really more critical now than perhaps ever.
It is. Now more than ever, we need everybody's help. It takes a village, and you are the village. So please, at the end, you're going to have our website. Visit it. Go ahead. You can make a donation, buy a ticket, and see Dana in action on October 18th.
We were looking at, by the way, pictures from past fundraising galas,
all right,
of which I was not at. But I'm really honored to be there, and I really hope it's a success, because I know that the work your agency, just like a lot of DV agencies are doing, is so critical.
Thank you.
All right, Pat Davenport, the Executive Director of A Safe Place, thanks so much for joining me this morning. And if you would like to learn more, you can head to asafeplaceforhelp.org. As Pat mentioned, that's the website, and there is also a 24-hour crisis line, and that number should be at the bottom. There you go, at the bottom of your screen, right there, bottom right-hand corner, 1-800-600-SAFE, 1-800-600-7233.